Ellerson. Here's Emmy Award winner Homer.
Gary Ellerson is back. I thought Gary Ellerson was dead. I thought he'd left us and we didn't know where he went. Those rumors were not true. Gary Ellerson is alive and well. Getting close to the NFL season. That's what I think it is, though I can't get my sources to confirm or deny. Gary Ellerson, good evening.
Good evening, Homer. How are you?
I'm good. The Gary Ellerson Homer Hour is back. You don't have
I thought you were in Denmark.
That's fine. No, Ireland. I leave tomorrow.
What's the difference?
Not much. I would agree with you. I'm sure there is a difference, but I'll join that club. I will not be here next Friday, but I'll be back, and you're ready to go. You don't necessarily have to tell anybody where you were, but if you wish to, you can.
Yeah, I was up in Three Lakes, Wisconsin.
There in your NFL off season because you're no longer doing this show and also Spectrum. Is that right?
Yeah, so I'm doing this show. Greg Matzik and I have a show together on Monday night.
Oh, that's right, at Potter.
You and I doing a post game show together, aren't we?
Yep.
And my Spectrum show with Dennis Krause, absolutely, Mondays and Thursdays.
And is Leroy Butler part of it still?
Leroy Butler's still a part of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's all NFL. So you just the summer is the time for you to do whatever it is you want to do because it's not the football season really, right?
Saw my good buddy Ron Hallstrom and my good buddy Rich Moran up in Minocqua, vacation with those guys.
All right. For those who don't know, they played on very average to poor teams. Ron Hallstrom from Iowa was a first-round pick, I think, at 10 or 11. Rich Moran, also an offensive lineman. He might have been a third or fourth-round pick. They might have been good, but nobody remembers because the teams weren't any good. I think they spent most of their time playing for probably Bart Starr or Forrest Gregg. No, it doesn't. Anybody who plays in the NFL, you're an elite among the elite of the elite. But you're easily forgotten if the teams you were on weren't any good, even if you were pretty good. That's
so you're saying no one remembers Ron Hallstrom and Rick Moran?
No, very few. And also it's been a number of years. I mean, how did anybody benefit? Here's the question. How did anybody benefit from either of them playing? No, you didn't. You never watched them play and went, oh, man, this guy's like Forrest Gregg. This guy's like Jerry Kramer. Or they were on some great teams. Neither. You live with that.
Boy, right. You try to make a guy feel welcome back.
You're welcome back because it's like saying I'm rude to an alien. You can't be rude to an alien. You're an alien. Anybody that played in the NFL is elite among the elite as far as people.
Yeah, but you just said they weren't any good.
No one remembers them. There was no benefit. As a fan, was there any benefit to having Ron Hallstrom and Rich Moran play? No. As we learned, though fans don't understand it, you're limited by who you play with and who you play for, the coach, and more than anything, who the GM is. And some people are just unlucky. Ron Hallstrom, if he played for Bill Belichick, might have won 4 Super Bowls. He was good enough.
But he did it.
But he didn't.
Yeah, but he did it.
As was probably the case, as I would have felt, if when he was drafted by the Packers. Oh no! Oh, I'm happy to play, but
anywho, we did a little family vacation with the wife. Okay. We did the Minocqua. We did the Eagle River. We did the Three Lakes. We did a lot of fishing.
You've done
did
this
a lot
before.
Of boating. Yeah, every year.
You like this?
I love this.
This is amazing because you grew up in Georgia. I can't believe
Georgia.
I can't believe you fished much growing up. Did you? I just don't think of Georgia people as fishermen. All right, okay. Then I apologize to everybody from Georgia. You bass fish growing up, or
we hunt and fish.
All right. I'm sorry. Do people in Georgia?
You can Google this. You can Google this. I was raised. How about this? I was raised on a plantation called Gillionville Plantation. Now, Gillionville Plantation is known for quail hunting. Whoa. My grandfather was a sharecropper of the land, but he also taught the dogs how to quail hunt. So his job on that piece of property was to teach the dogs how to go chase those quails.
And that's a very important job.
History says a lot of presidents have went quail hunting on Gillionville Plantation. I think which was just sold, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 4 or 5 years ago for about $10 million. If I had that $10 million, I would have bought it for my family.
But you would agree with my premise that who's ever teaching the dogs to be good quail hunters, that person is very important. Because the kind of people that
no one else knows how to make them behave.
Well, and those kind of people that are hunting, quail hunting, they're expecting to be good at it. And part of being good at it is going to depend on how good your dog is.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly. I know that part. So are you a quail hunter?
Yeah, I hunt anything.
All right. For those who don't know, and it is still early August, and then we have a exhibition game tomorrow, which was properly described by Brian Bulaga as a battle to determine the 2s and the 3s on the team, which means it's a waste of time because nobody has ever followed the Packers team, and I want to say ever, and cared about the 3s. Most don't even know there are 3s other than at quarterback, and that would be only important because at some point the 3 might become a 2. But never once in all the years I've followed the Packers did I ever check to see who was third string. Third string means you're probably going to get cut.
Third string may be reaching. If you are a Packer fan, right, and you follow the Green Bay Packers,
right,
you know that he's right about the 2s and 3s, but the 2s on this team could be 1s because once again, the youngest team in the league. So Jordan Morgan, he's a 2, but could be 1, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Matthew Golden, he's a 2, but could be 1.
And you know what's important when you talk about 2s? You can tell me if I'm wrong. The key to talking about 2s is to see how they do against 1s. I don't need to see how they do against 2s and 3s. I had a word for that, and everybody else did in high school. That's called a JV game. You're lucky if you get 5 people, including parents. So, it's what it is. A battle of 2s and 3s. I want my 2s to go against 1s to find out if they're any good.
Yeah, but in this league and day and time, it'll be 2s against 2s, right? No one. Now I saw
the Bengals
yesterday. Cincinnati play their frontline starters. Yeah, I saw that, but that's rare. Kansas City normally play their frontline starters, but I don't think you see that very much in the NFL.
Right. I say this so that people understand that what you're watching is relatively insignificant, and don't make too many observations thinking about players because of it. Because the coaches aren't. They might be deciding who makes the practice squad and who doesn't.
No, that's not true, Homer.
It isn't? Oh, all right.
No, because I think some guys can play themselves on a roster or off a roster. Some of these guys can play from 2 to a 1. Yeah, that's all going on.
On or off the rosters like the bottom 10 guys on the team. They're fighting.
Yeah,
for
not
spots.
Exactly, but I had to start there because you're not entirely wrong. But also you also have guys that also can start as well that are 2s.
Here's the great example. The player everybody's wondering about is Jordan Morgan, 25th pick in the 2024.
Well, he's not the only one.
But I'm saying it's get now, and if he plays, and he probably will because he's a 2, we're really not going to know how good he is because he's not going against the quality of players that are going to determine if he's good enough to be a starter. If he has a good game, you need to know, well, he just beat the 2s on the other team. But what's that worth? I don't know. We'll ask Gary next Friday. He'll have to watch him. But
it's all about how well you stand out, though. If he's going to play left tackle, how well does he play? How well does he compete?
If he plays really well,
those are all measurables.
Yeah,
those are all measurables. He may not be going up against the number 1 right defensive end or the left defensive end, but most certainly, if he's pancaking this guy every time, that bodes well for him.
Let me give you a good example. Van Ness destroyed Jordan Morgan at the family night.
Sure did.
Right. So, does that mean that Van Ness has arrived? We don't know because it might just be that Jordan Morgan isn't any good.
Correct.
And so, if Jordan Morgan plays and has a great game, I'm still going to remember what happened against Van Ness because whatever Van Ness is, Morgan is unlikely to play anybody as good as Van Ness is against the Jets, assuming they're...
Well, you're right. You're looking for those measurables, right? You're looking for those measurable things, how you can judge a guy, whether he can be a frontline starter for you or not. So if Lucas Van Ness sticks out in your brain that he got beat by him, sure. But once again, he gets another opportunity, Jordan Morgan, to go out and prove himself. But what you're saying right now is no matter how well he does tonight against so-and-so and so won't matter to you because Lucas Van Ness still sticks out in your mind that he played bad against him.
It will mean very little because I think he's not playing against anybody real good.
And in your guesstimation, you don't even think Lucas Van Ness is really good.
Well, that's the problem. He might be getting better, but if he whoops up on Jordan Morgan, we don't know if it's him or Morgan.
Yeah, so you don't know what to think.
Yes.
On either player.
Correct.
On either player.
I would say right now, the Homer Scouting Bureau, not as important as the Gary Ellerson Scouting Bureau, I think Van Ness is a better player at his position than Jordan Morgan is at his position in the offensive line. But I'm not sure either is of that much significance this season for the Packers. So it's a perfect battle of people in the preseason because Jordan Morgan, to me, I've stated this, you'll like this. This is the first one I'm going to leave you with. As far as left tackle, Rasheed Walker is likely to be the starter as much as Jordan Love is likely to be the starter at quarterback. There is no battle at left tackle. They've attempted to talk about it. There is none. There's nothing even close. And he has the position as wired as Jordan Love does. You want to join that camp, Gary Ellerson?
Well, Walker is the starting left tackle.
Right.
Jordan Morgan hadn't beaten anybody out yet.
Correct. As the training camp started, they were just talking of it.
Your left guard is Aaron Banks.
Correct.
Your center is Elton Jenkins. Your right guard is Sean Ryan. Your right tackle is Zach Tom. But put it down.
Yeah.
Jordan Morgan.
Tell everybody.
Jordan Morgan, if there's a spot open, is going to be at left tackle because they just paid Zach Tom a boatload of money. They just paid Aaron Banks a boatload of money. Elton Jenkins wants a new contract, but he's making a boatload of money. So the only spot that he can really get is at left tackle, or if someone gets hurt at left guard or right guard. I don't know if Jordan Morgan is a center or not, but most certainly I think he can play left guard, right tackle.
My question to you is, I think that if anybody gets hurt at any position other than center, I'm anticipating Jordan Morgan becomes the new player at that spot. I may be using it for too many offensive line spots, but I would say for of the other 4 than center, somebody gets hurt, I think Jordan Morgan's the guy. What do you think?
And Homer, I'm okay with that because the Packers need depth on their offensive line. Last we saw them against the Philadelphia Eagles, they ran out of bodies. They had no offensive linemen. So what the Packers really need to do is develop at least 2 to 3 more guys to